She wants to help here.
Does she really?
I believe she does.
Now she does.
I had great.
What about since the time that she was released from jail? She knew she was supposed to be testing. She didn't test, and instead she's been using. The cases of the people versus Dolores Strickland.
And Matthew Mansour, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Ms. Strickland, can you state your name for the record, please?
I'm going through an asthma attack, but yes, Doris Strickland.
All right, Your Honor.
Okay.
We're just going to request an adjournment, not because she's having an asthma attack, but because we are trying to get a mitigation letter written up, given to the prosecutor to hopefully get an offer for her cases.
All right. How long will it take to get the mitigation?
Your Honor, our staff is kind of short-staffed. If I could get the longest possible time, that would be appreciated, but
In 5 weeks. Hang on. What are we on? Okay, gotcha. All right. Probable cause conference, given those circumstances, so objection, May 30th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you so much.
Bond will continue. Court calls the case, People versus Nina Smith.
Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Nina Schmidt, who appears to right. Can you please state your name for the record?
Tina Schmidt.
And Your Honor, we have submitted a waiver to the court.
Before we get to that, there's a bond violation report.
I understand, and we have been able to review that together, and she is aware of that here today. I've talked to the prosecutor about it also, Your Honor.
Okay, you want to talk to me about it?
Yes, Your Honor. With regard to her failure to report to community corrections, my client
Sure,
advised.
Ellen.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
My client advises that at the time that she was released from the jail, community corrections was closed. Her grandfather is here. He picked her up from there. They attempted. Well, they didn't attempt to because she frankly didn't remember that she was supposed to go there. So she didn't go the next day. They live in Troy. So it was just one of those instances, Your Honor, where unfortunately she didn't know to go, so she didn't. I think she was expecting a call where she was expected to report. My understanding from the prosecution is that, and from the prosecution, I don't know what the court's opinion is certainly yet. However, my understanding from the prosecution is that they just want her to test.
Yeah.
She's willing to do so, obviously. It just doesn't appear that before this time that she was, but that was just due to error, Your Honor.
Ma'am, if I sent you over to test right now, would you come back clean?
No, sir.
No, right? What's gonna come back?
I believe that would be dirty for benzodiazepines.
No prescription.
As well, no prescription. And some marijuana as well. I just want to be honest with you, you know?
Well, that's a good start, but I'm not taking your waiver at this point. When's the last time you used? What did you use 2 days ago?
Benzodiazepines. If I may, Your Honor, I've been on the phone with various different rehabs in the last week. I've gone to 2 meetings. I'd like to get back to the program. I have success through felony treatment court last time. I completed one of the hardest probations of my life, and I got my life back.
And Your Honor, for all intents and purposes, she has been offered drug treatment court here again, and she is, her plan was to take a couple weeks to consider that. However,
Really?
well,
A couple weeks while she's using to consider it.
in that time frame, Your Honor, she has started some, it sounds like some outpatient services. She does live with her grandfather, Your Honor, who they live in Oakland County. She's not in this area anymore, to the extent that he can keep a better watch over her at his place, if she's allowed to stay out to continue those services that she has begun in the interim. She wants the help here.
Does she really?
I believe she does.
Now she does.
I had great.
What about since the time that she was released from jail? She knew she was supposed to be testing. She didn't test, and instead she's been using. Defendant's bond is revoked. You may take her.
This hearing wasn't about the underlying criminal charges. It was about whether the defendant could be trusted to comply with the court's conditions while out on bond. The judge focused on the fact presented. She failed to report as required, did not complete testing, and admitted recent drug use while awaiting further proceedings. The court found probable cause, and without objection, ordered her back into custody pending the next hearing. The defense argued that confusion, relocation, and efforts toward treatment were mitigating circumstances. However, the judge ultimately determined that the violations outweighed those mitigating factors. This case is a reminder that, in pretrial cases, courts often take violations seriously, even when a defendant later attempts to correct the situation. Judge, please state your name for the record. If you enjoy real courtroom drama and legal breakdowns, make sure to like this video. Defense counsel, Your Honor, we have submitted a waiver to the court. Before we get to that, there's a bond violation. Judge, I understand. Defense counsel, and we have been